Artesia, New Mexico. We're going to set up a pin trap today, and we're going to set up a live trap. I'm going to show him how to put them together so he can control the hogs on his hunting property here. And hopefully we'll have some success right here in this little opening. Looks like the hogs are using it. Let's get together and get our stuff unloaded, and we'll get them set up. Show you each step so you know how to set the pins up, how to bait them, and where to put them.
First we want to lay our gates out. We found the right location where we want our pin. We're going to lay our gates out, we're going to set some posts and start hanging fence. Okay, we set the gate in position where we want to start the pin, where we want the entryway to the hogs.
There's the opening. We'll run a tripwire to the back of the pin, and then it'll go across or over to this side, and it'll go across the back of the pin, right in here. They'll get the root and toss in their head, and what it'll do is it'll pull on that tripwire, and the door's down. That'll just sit there. Other hogs will bait them coming through the door. The other hogs can go right on through, and then we're nice and light, so you can get the small hogs. That's why we developed that out of aluminum instead of steel. They're light, so them smaller hogs can push their way into it. That's awesome. It really works pretty sweet. We'll set posts like that, and we'll drive them in.
Here we see Phil setting the gate. He's got the posts in, he's wiring it up, securing it good. You see the trip lever off for the door right there hanging off the front of the pin, hanging off the front of the gate. We'll show you how it works here in a little bit.
This will keep your trip mechanism from coming out. It fires your doors off. That way you don't come off and lay down here in the mud. We're going to make a circle pin out behind this gate. That way when the hogs come in, there's not a corner in the pin for the hogs to pile up in. This will keep them from piling up and climbing out over the panel. 3 panels or 4, the bigger the pin the better. We'll make a half circle here, or a circle around back to the other post, and we'll drive a post every 4 feet around this pin. It's got to be stable, secured, and use number 9 wire to wire your gates to the post. When it comes out and around, there will be no corners left in it, and it'll be secured, and should be hog proof for anything, so nothing can pick up the panel or climb over it.
Here our landowner is pulling the fence around to meet Phil on the other side. We're going to create our trap just shortly. As you see, we've got the pin created. We took 3 16-foot cattle panels, started on one side, tied them together, wrapped it around the other side. We're ready to put in steel posts.
I'm digging a hole, a nice small round hole, 6 inches round, that will dump our fermented corn in. So the hogs have to work the holes time and time again in order to get the bait out. This hole will be 2 feet deep when I'm done. I've taken 7x7 aircraft cable, run it across the back of the pin. That'll be our tripwire. We'll run our bait along this rooter rope, fill these 2 holes with soured corn. It'll run across the pin, up the outside, and over to this eye bolt, which is the trip for our doors. When they hit that rooter rope, it pulls this cable, pulls the trip rod out, the doors fall down. After that, the rest of the hogs have to force their way through the door. But the hogs in the trap can no longer exit. On the 3-door drop, we want as many hogs in here before the trap goes off. We've got our bait back here, but we'll scatter more bait right here out the door. That way, once the hog's outside of the trap, it'll trail them into the trap. Once the doors go down, other hogs will filter their way, push these doors up, work their way right into the trap. Once they pull that cable, the trap down, it's shut. Now the hogs inside can't escape. Other hogs can keep pushing the door up with this lightweight aluminum. It's tough, it's durable, but yet it's light enough the small pigs can keep working their way right through the door. It's what makes our trap, I feel, above everybody else's. Here at Hotwoods, we've worked on this door. It took a long time to develop it, to get it to where we wanted it to work for all sizes of hogs. It's an old design, but we've really put a lot of ingenuity into it, and I think we've made this door the best it can be. We've used all aluminum construction. It's tough. We've got all solid parts. It bolts together so you can take it apart and store it. This trap's going to last you a lifetime. Set your panels up, put your post in. We'll put post every 4 feet around this circle. Fill your holes and you're ready to go. Check it from a distance every day. Don't come down and horse around it all the time. Drive up on the hill, look down. You got hogs, come down, take care of them. No hogs, drive off and check them the next day. A lot of times you'll have a sow in the pen with small pigs laying outside the pen sometimes around the trap, trying to get in to the mother. So always, when you approach the trap, be prepared so you can dispatch and control as many of the smaller hogs as possible outside the pen. This is all there is really to setting the trap up. I'll go ahead and bait it. We'll reset the doors, wire the fence back to the post again, and then we'll set the rest of the post every 4 feet around the circle. And you're ready to catch hogs. We're also going to put some black gold in this trap, which is a hog attractant, which will attract these hogs from a distance. And they just love that stuff. Once they come in, they'll be able to eat some of this corn, and they'll start fighting over it. This whole kernel corn, I just bought it down at the local mill. We're going to put a little bit in the holes. Put some corn down your rooter rope. And right outside your door. Now that we got our corn down, I'm going to set the trap. We'll scatter corn right through the door, and we'll pile some of the corn out in front, and possibly around the outside edges. The best way to make this work is to wire the doors open for a week. As soon as you see hogs feeding into it, go ahead and take the wire off the doors and set the trap. Make sure everything's in order. Them hogs will be used to coming in. They won't be scared. You'll catch the most hogs the first time. And that's the most important. Do the job once, get it done. I'm going to dry fire this trap one time to make sure our cable is not bound up anywhere. You can see as soon as the hogs are in here rooting at this corn, they'll just grab the cable, I'll hit it, the doors will go down. They're trapped. Let's go ahead and bait the rest of this trap up so we can get out of here.